Is there any negative emotions that's coming out of you while the same words are being said? Smile, it warms your voice. Sit up straight and listen. Monitor your inner monologue. Sometimes you may not even catch yourself in a negative tone, but your thoughts are what influences that tone. So watch your inner monologue. Watch what is going on in your mind at the particular time you are having that encounter. Because if what's going on in your mind is negative, even if you say, "Hey, I miss you," that should be a positive comment, like, "Oh, I missed you. I love you," or something, right? But if in your inner heart, in your heart of hearts, you are begrudging the person for something else, while outwardly you are trying to be positive and be happy with the person, something will come out in your tone of voice. So watch your thoughts in everything you say. Data management, data collection, data management, data analysis, decision making based on data. And then costs, budgets, financial management, contract management, everything that has to do with money is at the core of what we do. Because we spend every day, we spend in myriad of ways. Something will come in your tone of voice. So watch your thoughts, everything you say. Data management was to understand how to decision making plan data financially. The money we need to spend for operation, the money we need to spend for capital investments need to be laid out sequentially and planned for. Understand life cycle consideration when making financial decisions. Understand the financial impact of capital investments on major projects. And learn how to allocate your resources.
My name is Nina Olo, and I'm here for the Max-Migold Facility Management Giving Back series. It's actually a wonderful experience, and the program is actually very enlightening, and it's an eye-opener for me because as a facility management professional, I never expected a lot of things that I've seen in the training. With respect to the training, I got to learn a lot of things, and it's so broad. Facility management is a process, it's a lifelong thing that you can't even it's not something you learn in a day. It's a continuous process. That's what I've come to know. And then with this series, with this program, it's actually something that will bridge the gap between the knowledge gap in facility management in Nigeria, actually. So I give it up to Mr. Paul Erubami for his good work and giving back to the society. Thank you.
Then if you have now mastered that terrible bad habit of sorry for my interruption. Who wants you to sorry after interrupting? Please ban that from your vocabulary. Don't even try to interrupt, let alone having sorry for interruption before you interrupt. It means that you are deliberately being wicked, right? You're planning your interruption and you are apologizing up front. Just shut up and let the person finish what he's saying. It's very important that we don't interrupt, and it's also important, in fact, more important, that you don't plan to interrupt by using sorry for my interruption. It doesn't make you more polite, it doesn't make you more enlightened, it actually makes you look more crude and rash.
Building maintenance is essential to prolong the building life cycle and reduce company loss. When a structure is built, it must be maintained. And when it's not maintained, it deteriorates even faster. No matter how beautiful a building is, once it's not maintained, it begins to deteriorate. When buildings are neglected, defects can occur which may result to extensive and unavoidable damage to the structure. And maintenance doesn't just have to do with Most persons, when you hear maintenance of building, think it's just to change light bulb or to clean. But it's not just that. It's a whole lot. Even the act of having the building being alive itself, it's also part of this, part of keeping the building and the building, whether it is being inhabited or not. It's at the end of the day deteriorates even faster. You discover that the doors, the wardrobes, and all the wooden elements begin to give way. Even the furniture begin to have some wear and tear. That's why maintenance also involves in making the building alive. I always say this, that there's a particular, I worked in a company where we got a contract to take care of a couple of houses, about 105 units, and somewhere in the Niger Delta, there's nobody staying there. They were paying the company just to have somebody go inside the building every day. Just enter the flat, open the door, put on the AC, walk around for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, check all the rooms, and come out and lock it up. Not knowing that the fact that you are entering that building, the exchange of heat from your body inside that environment is making that building more usable and more alive. Such that the kind of thing that happened that time that I traveled will not happen in the building. Because they'll clean the place, of course. After like 2, 3 weeks, they'll go clean again because dust will come in. But the building, if you don't now rent out that building, it's easier because when somebody comes, okay, it doesn't look, but when you look, everywhere is so old, smelling somehow. You say, the people have not been occupied here for like how many months. The person, if the person is to pay you 1 million, the person will actually drop that cost. You know?
Okay, good afternoon. Like I said, my name is Byron. I'm from the first class FM Mastercraft. After the Mastercraft, I worked for Max-Migold for 2 months, and then Mr. Paul gave me a connection to go to Total facility, TFM. I was at TFM for 4 months, and I had some numerous interviews I went for. And one of them I went for CQID. They called me for an interview. I also went for Transport Service Limited, where I currently work. So September 10th, I got the job as the facility officer, and my site is at Ituri, Ogun State. I also manage the site at Eriko Road, where La Page is, because we also have trucks that pick up cement from La Page, because we are into logistics. So it wasn't easy, because I know I still put in more effort in it. Joining what I learned from Mr. Paul, I went for interviews and I did well. Almost all the places I went to, they called me back, but looking at the opportunity for me to grow, I wanted to be an in-house facility manager. I didn't want to be a contract where we work on contracts, so that's why I stick to where I was. It has really been a good road, good and bad, but I'm happy I did Mastercraft.
Good day, everyone. A quick testimony about Facilities Management Mastercraft Diploma, a program I decided to do this year. I must say it's one of the best decisions I made this year so far. All the 28 courses, inclusive of field trips and the projects, they are very key to facilities management, I must say. Personally, from my own hand, I've been able to make some adjustments. Particularly, I've been able to come up with reports that reflects the mind of the management, because I'm more aware of the way they think. In addition to that, I'm able to come up with analysis, specifically one that I'm doing right now has to do with power, requested by one of our EDs. All right, this could have been outsourced. So in a way, I've saved cost for our organization. Okay. Also, I must say I got a commendation from my boss recently. One of the courses we learned, for example, is workplace productivity. I put some of the things that we learned to use, and I believe that's the reason I'm able to earn this commendation from my direct boss, right? So I must say, generally speaking, I am more conscious of the spaces I manage, their conditions, and not just how to maintain our assets right now, but how to manage them, right? I'm more aware of industry standards, and I'm making some adjustments already. Okay, that doesn't just look at cost savings, but also impact on the people that use our spaces and the environment at large. So thank you, Max-Migold. Thank you, Mr. Paul, and all the instructors. God bless you.
Okay, where were they? Where are they now? Where are they? What are their projections? What are their forecasts into the future? As facilities management, we must be able to measure, as facilities managers, pardon me, we must be able to measure where we are at every point in time. If you can't measure your performance, if you can't measure